What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. So today I have another pair of Yeezys to review, and these are the Yeezy 500 in the ash gray colorway. So these released over the weekend, and I was able to secure a pair. They did sell out, but I don't think there's much hype around this shoe. But basically, it's just an Yeezy 500, and there's really nothing too special about it. It's just an earthal tone and a very, kind of like a muted colorway. So without further ado, let's dive right into the shoe. So as the name of the shoe suggests, the overall, the upper of the shoe is predominantly this ash gray colorway. What I did want to point out is that my camera isn't picking it up, but for some reason, when you hold this pair in hand, it actually has this kind of like pinkish hue all around, and it kind of reminded me of like the Yeezy 500 soft vision pair. I mean, obviously it's not as pink as that pair, but when you hold this pair in hand, it has that really kind of like subtle pink hue to it, and I'm not the only one who's seen that. I think somebody else who's gotten their pair in the mail noticed that sort of hue. But in the pictures and the camera, it looks perfect. I mean, right now it's looking picture perfect in that gray tone. But trust me, it's really kind of interesting when you hold this pair in hand. So anyways, on the side, you've got this nice mesh material in that ash gray colorway. It's got a lot of perforated holes to give you a lot of breathability and flexibility. And then for the eye stays, you got this nice suede material in that ash gray color. Once again, it's very toned down. And obviously a lot of the Yeezy models have a pretty nice material compared to, say, like the Jordan 1s or something like that. So you will find the material very smooth to the touch, very, very plush, and the QC is quite nice as well. And then you got another piece of that kind of like, gray leather overlay here on the side, and then you got another panel of that mesh material here towards the front, and then you see another panel of that kind of like mesh material here as well. And then you see all those leather, the gray leather overlays kind of webbing the overall upper of the shoe, kind of giving that sort of like this organic vibe, extraterrestrial kind of like feel to the shoe, as we've seen on Yeezy 500s over and over. Now on the toe box, you see a large panel of that very, very smooth gray suede, and as you can see, it's got a lot of, you can even see the kind of like color change as I move my finger across it, and I can guarantee you that the suede material is very, very smooth and plush to the touch. And then here on the center, you got that lace lock and that suede material once again, and then you got these nice rounded laces in that gray color once again. These do come factory laced. And then for the tongue, you got a mixture of that kind of like gray mesh material as well as the leather overlays. What I can tell you is that I think this leather piece is a bit stiffer compared to what we've seen on the side. I might be tripping, they might be just the same material, just kind of treated differently, but that's just the feel that I get. This feels a bit more plasticky compared to the one that we've seen on the side. This, you can see it's got a lot of give to the touch, so it's pretty different. And then that mesh material extends all the way towards the top, and then you got that kind of that, I guess you could say, tongue tab in that leather material once again, that you can kind of like slide your finger into it, kind of, to provide more comfort when you're kind of like putting them on. And then behind that, you got a nice mesh tongue in that gray color as well. The tongue itself is quite nicely padded. I wouldn't say it's anything thick or anything like that, but it will give you a lot of flexibility and comfort when you do wear these. Here on the back side, you've got another panel of that mesh material here with the perforated holes. And then you got this nice suede overlay kind of surrounding that mesh material. And once again, the material is quite smooth. And then I just, the quality of the materials on Yeezys kind of impress me whenever I hold them in hand. And then obviously on the back, you got that nice heel counter. I guess you could say heel counter or heel area in that mesh material once again. And then here for the heel counter, you got that gray leather overlay, and on top of that you got another patch of that kind of like suede material in this kind of crown shape here on the back side. And then the medial side is basically the same deal. And then you got for the midsole, you've got that really organic looking, kind of weird looking Yeezy 500 midsole, done in this, I guess, adiprene material. And then it is in that gray color, but I would say this color kind of reminds me of like clay, and it is a bit of a darker tone compared to what we see on the upper of the shoe. So that kind of like sets the shoe off. It does look a bit more lively and, you know, more interesting, I guess, instead of like keeping the same tone or whatever. And then here on the bottom, this is where things get crazy. Obviously, you've got that typical Yeezy 500 traction pods in the forefoot area, and these kind of like wave details. And then on the back side, you got a similar kind of structure as well. Once again, giving that sort of like organic or extraterrestrial vibe to the shoe. I mean, these things look like alien feet, to be honest. I mean, they are ugly, but ugly in a good way. So yeah, for those of you who like Yeezy 500s, I'm pretty sure you'd be impressed by this pair as well, because it is a very fresh colorway, except for the fact that when you hold this in hand, you might be a bit thrown off, since it's got like a sort of a pink hue to it. Now, wearability wise, I can't say. I've never put on a pair of 500s on my feet as of late, because I don't know, I just can't find the right time to do so. It's kind of weird, because I've got other ugly shoes to wear, so I've never found the exact time to put this pair on. But having said that, I think a lot of people just don't really have much problem pulling these off with like other Adidas gear, like sweatpants and all that, so it shouldn't be a problem. And I've been told that these are very comfortable under feet, so that's a big plus. And as you can see, all the materials are very smooth and flexible. It's got a lot of breathability, so it's just going to be a comfortable pair of shoes. Now, resale wise, I did check StockX, and I think there is a slight premium on this, but I don't think there's anything crazy. But if you must, you can just kind of pay that extra money to pick this pair up. But I don't think I would do that. I think we've seen a lot of better colorways. For instance, I think I really like the bone white pair. Those look really fresh in hand, and I just saw online that the Yeezy 500 blush might be restocking in 2022, so that's a big news. I think if I were you, I would kind of like wait and see if I could try to get my hands on those, because those are a classic. I mean, I'm really surprised that Adidas is even restocking those. But for those people who really want that pair, I think it'd be a nice time to kind of like try to cop those for retail, or better yet, like a lower kind of like a resale price. I wouldn't say better yet, but you get what I mean. But yeah, that's basically it. Would I keep this pair? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna let this pair go. Maybe use it for trade bait, because I'm not a huge 500 guy. I just wanted to see this pair in hand and then kind of show you guys the review for those of you who are thinking about picking this pair up. Don't get me wrong, it is a clean pair. It's just that I was kind of thrown off when I first pulled these out of the box. But apart from that, I think it's just a solid kind of like an earth tone Yeezy 500 model, so there should be no problem with that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you guys found this video very helpful. And if you found this video interesting, please hit that subscribe button. As always, I really appreciate all your support. I'm just so shocked and happy that we passed that 1K mark. And I'll promise you guys that I'll be pushing more content and try to cop more shoes as much as possible, so that I can get the reviews out to you guys. But anyways, thanks for watching.